Well, they're your favorite pair of jeans, but lately they're impossible to put on. We've got good news for you, possibly. It's the genes, as in human genome genes, that could be the key here. A new report says a lucky batch of DNA is what keeps some of the people out there super thin. Dr. Elizabeth Whelan is president of the American Council on Science and Health. Thank you, Dr. Whelan, for joining us. Well, it's an interesting time because right now so much about trans fat and what we put in our, our bodies. Obesity numbers have increased steadily over the years. How much is this due to lifestyle, and how much is caused by actually the genes that make up our bodies?
It's very intriguing that we could identify and manipulate a gene to turn it on or off and regulate our weight. But let's remember that the study in question here involves fruit flies and rodents. So we have a long way to go before we would actually get to a so-called thin or skinny gene. What really matters now is lifestyle, how much you eat and how much you exercise. It's a basic fact of life that 3,500 extra calories will put another pound on you. So I think we shouldn't get distracted by this very, very preliminary research. We've got to go back to the basics.
So, I mean, you say fruit flies and rodents, this is what this test has been done on. What can we take out of this as humans?
I think what we can take out of it is that there's a lot we might look at in terms of technology to deal with our growing obesity problem. And by the way, it is a very serious public health problem in America, which is getting worse by the day. A lot of the solutions that are being proposed involve taxing food or banning food advertising, and that will get us nowhere. That won't make us any thinner. But technology, looking for genetic propensity toward obesity, looking for ways to have a pharmaceutical intervention to help us deal with that extra weight, or actually working on our food to perhaps make it lower in calories and still taste good. I think what we can take out of this study is that technology in our future will help us cope with obesity.
Well, and I know it is a very serious issue, not only with adults but children. We're seeing the problems with children who are obese, and they're increasing in diabetes and other issues. But I do have to ask you a battle of the sexes question. If this gene does exist, is it more so in men or women?
I don't think we know the answer to that.
Well, just guess women to help us feel better.
Exactly. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we did have such genetic manipulation? We wouldn't have to worry about what we eat. Unfortunately, we're not there.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Whelan.
My pleasure.
Well, we've got breaking news coming out of Capitol Hill for you right now. NBC News has obtained a copy of a congressional report due out tomorrow. Now, it's focused the situation in Iraq.